Jamie on the mic, got the stats so tight. Jonathan's fire bringing heat tonight. Justin with the plays, got the game on lock. Jacob's got the style, we're ready to rock.
Brothers united, talking all the sports, laughing, debating. We bring the reports from the field to the court. We calling the spree, all voices, brothers, and let's take pure comedy.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the 4J Show. Our four brothers, four voices, endless takes, and just pure comedy. I'm Jamie. I'm your host. I'll let the other brothers introduce themselves.
So, guys, it's Jonathan. I appreciate y'all come back and see us for another week, man. Another exciting week of sports talks. And there's been a lot of crazy stuff going on, a lot of upsets going on. So I can't wait to get in with y'all.
So, it's your boy Justin, Dan Tarasi, I believe that's your name, and Mike Babel. Got y'all. I clocked it. I see what was happening last season. Us Eagles fans have clocked it. I just want you to let you know.
Okay. I'm Jacob, your best just news getter, news distributor, really just the glue of the show. Ultimately should be the host, but coming at you again with some more just great takes.
Biased.
Great. They're just great takes. They're true takes, not biased, just truth. And also shout out Connor Griffin. We pulled you up from the little leagues. Now you're up here in the big leagues. Shout out to you. Also, thank you for the views for the last one. Thank y'all for showing out. We appreciate y'all. Let's try to keep it going though. Let's try to keep it going. All right, but let's get into it.
All right, cool. So, get me in. One thing we got to talk about because it happened yesterday. We're recording this. There was a fight with my Atlanta Braves and the Angels, and Buddy was swinging with that baseball. And hey, I'm just saying, the Falcons posted it today. I think we signing our coach to a linebacker deal with that tackle he had. Boy,
Oh,
he
my
was so
God.
there.
Oh, my
That was
God.
a bomb tackle that he had on Soler. He dropped that man quick with no hesitation.
That's crazy, man. That is crazy.
I think they did already give out the suspensions for that as well. I think they both got 7 games.
7 games. They both appealed it. But did y'all see what was crazy? They announced the suspension. When they announced the suspension, the Braves and the Angels were playing today. Soler hit a home run like 5 minutes after the suspension was announced. He hit a home run in the game. And it was just kind of like, it's just like, they announced his suspension, home run. He's like, that's what I think about your suspension. It was kind of crazy. But, it's a wild way to start the season. Benches cleared, like actual punches thrown, actual punches connected. Because, some of them get into a little bit of shoving matches, and that one went crazy. But it was just benches cleared, everything. It's almost like it was mid-season form, like you battling for something.
Do you think it was on purpose what he did as a Braves fan? Did you think he hit him on purpose? And then on the second one, do you think he was trying to hit him again?
He didn't hit him. He threw at him. And
I
it
thought
just
he
looked
hit
out
him
of his
and
head.
then he threw at him.
Oh, he never hit him. He just threw high. He was sweating. It flipped. He's throwing hard. That's all.
My only problem with the fight, and you just don't want it to start a precedent, is bringing items to the fight. I get it. You got a baseball in your hand. Don't swing with the baseball in your hand. That is basically like hitting somebody with a rock.
That's Myles Garrett.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a Myles Garrett type incident.
Fair fight.
You don't fight like a man. Fight with your hands. Don't bring no baseball to the fight.
Was the baseball in his hand?
It don't matter.
All right, then.
We all know how we felt, and I'm glad Jacob brought it up because that's what I was going to reference. We all know how we felt, even though with Myles Garrett, allegedly what was said on the field. Yeah, you got to react to it. Don't bring a helmet. Same way. Don't bring a baseball to the fight.
Hold up.
Wait. Myles Garrett didn't bring a helmet. He just took it with him.
he was trying to put it back on his head. That's what he was doing.
There you go. Jacob. There you go.
Yeah, he said, "You dummy! Don't take your helmet off." But anyway, Speaking of the NFL, we got to talk about a little bit of the NFL news that happened last week. Cut Cousins to the Raiders.
Robbing the NFL blind. That's what this man is doing.
He kicks the deal. Bake off what Adam Scheffler said. It's not that crazy of a deal. 1 year, $10 million. We're paying. I'm an Atlanta Falcons fan. We are paying $8 million of it. The Raiders are paying like $1.5 million of it. So that's apparently the way the deal is structured. That's the only guarantee as of right now. Based off of performance this season, could kick in the other 4, and that's when the deal gets ridiculous. That I don't really understand. 5 years, $127 million.
Hey, man. Hey, shout out to his agent, bro. Shout out to his agent, bro.
Can I say
Shout out to his agent.
That's what I was saying. Why did we not bring this agent to the ceasefire agreements? Because brother is robbing people blind. Straight robbing them blind.
Okay.
Greatest agent of all time. Ain't no way he keeps getting these deals.
Yeah, buddy definitely getting off with these deals, bro. And like I said, honestly, what's crazy is, man, I keep telling y'all, you can't blame Kirk Cousins because the guy is a regular season dog, but the playoffs is just not there. But at the same time, his agent. I mean, you can't shout out to him because we might say he ain't worth a damn. But to us, he's not worth a damn. But to some teams, obviously value in his play. So we really can't feel bad for these teams or say they're giving away money. They know what they're paying for. They see what they're paying for. They know what Kirk Cousins has done, and they
They got a lot
still
of tape.
paying him. But like I said, I guess his argument is, I guess he's never been on a team that has a great defense. That's why he never went to the playoffs.
Well, he did go to the playoffs. He went to the championship.
See, that's what makes me mad because you know what? I know he was kind of hurt. We didn't give him a full shot, like weird. But like Atlanta ain't had no bad defense. Like our defense has kept us in games.
True.
Like let's be real. So like to say he ain't had a defense, like I ain't gonna say we had an elite defense, but like we ain't have no bad defense. Now we didn't get no pressures. I'll give you that.
I'll give him one argument. He has had a wide receiver 1, but he's never had a wide receiver 2 or 3.
This man said, I ain't saying we ain't had no bad defense. Hey, man. What's up with the excuses already with Atlanta, bro?
All Atlanta
Did you hear me?
needs is a serviceable quarterback because our defense keeps us in games. It's been
This
that.
man said we ain't had no bad defense, but we ain't had a pass rush.
Wait,
Joey, we haven't. Our defense was still ranked pretty decent. With now pass rush, we were bottom of the league, but like the rest of the defense, solid.
Okay.
We didn't give up a lot
Okay,
of
but
points.
look,
We kept us in games.
we talking about
before we get
we talking about Kirk right now.
that's what I was about to say. Before we get let me say this. With this type of deal though, is Mendoza gonna start?
Well, and see they already had came out and said that if they're going to draft him with that first pick, he's not starting day one. Like they've already told everybody that. Like he's not the day one starter. He won't be the day one starter. However, with the way and where Jamie was talking about how the deal is set up, I think he's definitely going to play because there's no way they're giving Kirk Cousins a 5-year, $100-some-odd million contract. Like, are we in the man? What about to be 40-something? Ain't it?
Hey, he could go out there and Sam Darnold it.
Yeah, no, he's not. Because you actually have to have a good team. When's the last time the Raiders have been good? I mean, let's just be realistic here.
Hold up. Didn't they get a good O-line? That's what was really holding them back last year.
I think
they have a squad now.
A great team, but that's the difference. Sam Darnold went into a great defense already and already had everything in place on the offense. You're still bringing in a second-year running back. Now you got one of the best tight ends, I think, in the league, in Brock Bowers. You're framing up that offensive line and with everything you brought in, but you're still questioning, like, outside of that, what receiver just stands out to you that he's just, like, he can take over a game? What defensive player outside of Matt Crosby stands out to you that could just take over? Yeah, I think they've gotten some great additions on defense this offseason, but I don't think it's enough for where Kirk Cousins is about to get this full guaranteed 5-year deal. Like, I just don't think that. So I think we'll see Mendoza about halfway through the season. But it's just
no faith in Kirk.
No, I have no faith in Kirk. None. It's not a good enough team. That's not a good enough team to have faith in Kirk. Like, it's just not.
Anyway, Anyway, speaking of quarterbacks, you see the shirt that's down here. Apparently, he had comments about his team that he always wants to bring up every week. So we're going to pause and let you say what you need to say.
Let's not frame it that way. And I don't talk about my team every single week like that. But
Watch the video.
We can talk about the Lakers. You can bring the Eagles up.
we could sit there and say I have legitimate reasons that this past season. Now, obviously, we're not recording on Sunday. We're recording on Wednesday, so I'm a little late to the conversation. But everybody saw these reports coming out about Jalen Hurts these past week. Have we not? Are we just going to act like those reports did not happen and take over the sports world? For every show you turned on was Jalen Hurts doing something. Is Jalen Hurts? Is this his year? This is my only thing I ask y'all. Name another quarterback that has done what Jalen Hurts has done and is going through the scrutiny that he goes through. That's my only problem with the whole thing. Is
Trent Dilfer.
Jamie, don't play with me. Do not play with me, Jamie. Do not play with me. My thing is, this is my own thing, and then I'll let it go because, like I said, we're late to this whole conversation. Huh?
Eli Manning.
He don't catch this type of scrutiny. Not this type. Not this.
Brother, they're trying to say he's not even Hall of Fame. They're not even trying to tell you. He's not even. They're trying to say he's not even Hall of Fame.
You're talking about. Wait, pause. You are talking about Hall of Fame talk, not just disrespect that he might lose his job during the season talk. You're not hearing that. You heard that at the end of Eli's career, not during his Super Bowl run. Don't. Let's not get that twisted,
bro.
Y'all act like Eli was not the franchise quarterback for the Giants for too long. Like, let's not get it twisted now. He was not getting like this. You tell me another quarterback who in the past 3 years has been to 2 Super Bowls, or 4 years now, I guess, been to 2 Super Bowls and gets talked about like this. He's saying that he still has to prove enough to be a quarterback in this league. Tell me that type of quarterback.
But Justin, to be honest with you, what has he done except being the quarterback on a Super Bowl winning team?
That's an insane question. What has he done?
I'm just saying
he's an all-pro quarterback. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. He's a Super Bowl MVP quarterback.
He had a great defense and supporting cast. What? Anybody can do that?
Okay. Tell me, you name one team that has went to the Super Bowl who has not had a good defense. Name me one. Can't. Thank you. Name me one team that has went to the Super Bowl and had no weapons around him. Name me one.
Kansas City Chiefs.
What season?
The year they played y'all.
No.
The year that y'all won.
No, because they were going down. Sprags, y'all telling me the Chiefs and Sprags they were just being dogged that season? Please. They were keeping them in the games that season. That was the whole thing. Their offense wasn't producing and the defense was holding them. That's why they were winning on blocked field goals. That's why they were winning on special team points and stuff like that. What are we talking about?
You saying a guy with no weapons around him. That was Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know
a team with not a good defense. Hold on. Wait. A team with not a good defense.
Especially not a good defense.
The Falcons 28-3.
Hey, that's what I was thinking too. But wait.
That's still a good defense.
They had Jared. They had a good defense.
Was it not 28-3?
Talking about the NFL right now, so let's move on. Bigger news this week. Or this past weekend, we had March Madness wrapped it up, and honestly, women's was not competitive. But the men's game was legit. I got my UAB stuff on because represent Yak Sweetland the board. One, going out there on a hurt knee, hurt ankle, playing the minutes that he did, and he wasn't just a decoy. He was out there deep. Now, his offense, it was off. Like, he wasn't scoring like his normal self. That joker played some defense, played some more minutes, and Michigan proved kind of like what I told y'all going into the tournament. I thought they were the best team in the country, and I honestly thought them and Arizona were 1A, 1B. But I thought everybody else was slightly below them. They showed they weren't 1A, 1B with Arizona. They were clear ahead of them. Now, UConn impressed me. Their whole tournament run. And Duke game, crazy. Like, their whole tournament run, UConn gives them mad props. But I want to ask y'all because I was talking to some coworkers about this. That national championship game against Duke and UConn felt so weird because it never felt like Michigan was going to lose. But UConn kept the game tight. Like, the game felt way tighter than what it like the score was way tighter than how the game felt. Or did y'all think that as well?
Yeah. You always felt like they were just like right there, but you never thought they were about to do enough to actually take it over. Like you never felt that, but you always felt like, well, maybe, but it was never like it seems like UConn's about to go on this run that's about to just make Michigan sweat. It's just, hey, Michigan, I'm gonna keep you right there, but I'm just not gonna overtake you. And that's just how the game
I
felt.
feel like if you would have blocked the score, you'd have been like, "Oh, Michigan's dominating them."
Yeah.
But it was like the scoreboard never showed.
Yeah. Yeah.
It never
No.
showed.
But it was still a great game. Say what?
I say, any comments y'all got on the men's side?
Michigan, they need a better PR person. Because have you been seeing the clips that have been coming out about them, bro? It is crazy. If y'all have seen those clips, they were talking to, I forgot the dude's name, but they were talking to this dude, and he was asking him to do a whole bunch of stuff and asking him a bunch of questions, and they were giving crazy answers. They're like, which dude has the biggest, and they were answering it. They were answering it. I just
saying things like helicopter and everything.
Yes, helicopter and all this. I'm like, they need a better PR. But shout out to Michigan, not their football team. I hate their football team, but shout out their basketball team.
Hey,
shout out to
technically,
Michigan.
Bama played them the best in the entire
Really?
tournament, which is crazy.
Hey.
Well, minus UConn. Bama played them the best in the entire, gave them the toughest matchup, which is kind of crazy to think. I didn't think they were going to beat Arizona the way they beat Arizona.
And can we talk
And
about
they dog walked Tennessee.
how? And I know it was the game before, but since we're talking about UConn, we just letting him headbutt refs, and we just ain't gonna do nothing about it. He can just headbutt the ref. Like that's the new
It's a
thing.
big moment, dog.
We just out here.
Hey, you
You got
got-
big mom.
You got to assert your dominance, bro.
Yeah.
Assert your dominance, bro.
I mean, that's wild though. I ain't never seen someone headbutt a ref and then go, we're not gonna call anything.
He didn't really headbutt him. The ref walked up on him and he just stuck his face in his face. You know?
So when you do
That
like
should have
this
been-
and shove
Okay,
your
but
head through,
that-
what happens?
That should have been
Come
attacked.
on, bro.
If
It
a player
should
would have
not
did it,
be
it would have been attacked. It should have been attacked.
Literally.
Easily.
Technically, wait, by rule, if I'm not mistaken, we can look it up. By rule, I think any contact minus incidental with the ref is tech.
I believe so.
Any contact with the ref is tech. I'm almost positive that's the rule. Any contact. He
So
came in contact with the ref.
Maybe he thought it was one of his coaches.
No, he literally said me and him have a good relationship. I didn't mean it to be any kind of this, but he was coming up. He said,
Oh,
he
so you
said,
got a
he
good
said,
relationship.
and I quote, he said, we
Hmm.
had a good relationship. He honestly could have been coming up to me to give me a hug. Kind of relationship we have, and he was like, I didn't mean anything. I was just in a moment, but that could have been.
So their good relationship trumps the rule.
I'm not going to say
Their
all that.
good relationship trumps the rule. So because
honestly,
so if I get
honestly,
buddy with the
all
refs,
that
I get favorable calls because it sounds all now like he's getting favorable calls because they buddy.
Hey, well, if you think about it, the way the NCAA reacted to it, it makes me think there was some fault there because they pulled him from the Final Four. If y'all watch it, he was supposed to be a ref in the Final Four too. And as soon as that happened, they announced he would no longer be refing the Final Four, which makes me think the NCAA said, "Hey, man, this probably should have been a tech. Like there should have been something called here." They're not going to say it, but it felt like that's what they were hinting.
Well, if that was his comments
But
afterwards, is
also
that
do
we
feel-
have that type of relationship, then yeah, you got to pull him because then it now creates the question of. Did he miss calls? Did he not call certain things? Did he let certain things slide when UConn didn't play because of his relationship with the coach?
I feel like it should be up to the ref.
Anyway, we can go back and forth.
The ref don't have to call it.
Wasn't that the Elite Eight game? Yeah. Elite Eight game. That wasn't the Final Four game. So we're talking about the Final Four. That was pretty good. Talk about the Final Four, though. I mean, again, Michigan dominated the entire tournament. The only game that they did, or there was only 2 games in the entire tournament that they didn't beat teams by 20 plus. One was Alabama, and one was UConn in the national championship. So shout out to them. UConn, that was a crazy stat. That dude on UConn, I'm drawing a blank on his name, got to have the worst luck whatsoever because he played on UConn and Michigan in the past 4 years and has 0 national titles. Like, think about your luck there. like, just think about the luck there. Crazy. Both teams have national titles the past 4 years. You played on both of them and didn't win. Bad luck. But again, UConn was a dog. Everybody knew they were a dog. Michigan, I said it from the beginning of the year. Y'all didn't like it because I was talking about Michigan, but I said from the jump, like, I thought they had one of the best teams of the year, mainly because they had one of the best players in the country. And
You just know everything. You just know every damn thing.
I knew they had one of the best players in the country, Jackson Lindenborg. He came from UAB. I had scouted him for 2 years. I said, when they got him, I said, oh, they got a team. And all their transfers that they got, they started 5. They started 5 transfers. Every transfer that they got were dogs. They were legit dogs. I think 3 of the transfers are predicted to be top 20 picks in the next coming draft. They had straight dogs, but Yaks, he's that kind of guy. I knew it.
You know everything.
I said it early on in the season. I said it early on in the season. Y'all can't lie and say I said it early on in the season.
Tired to talk about Michigan. Let's move on, bro.
Anyway,
Yeah.
the Final Four, the Final Four game we got to talk about is Gino.
Yeah, gotta talk Gino and Don. Gotta get Gino and Don because
She gonna
Gino.
beat his ass.
that is the fact that every single statement you put out there, Gino, was a lie. I mean, every statement was a lie.
She didn't shake my hand.
She did shake your hand. Pulled a clip, shook your hand, and talked to you. Not only did they shake the hand, you talked. Y'all both were whispering in each other's ears, so you were both talking. Then third quarter, you talk about they're ripping my players' jerseys, and then it pulls up. Your player ripped her own jersey. So everything you saying was a lie. Like it was one of the most embarrassing things for such a legendary coach.
I thought he said he didn't come up to her and talk right away after the game.
No. What he said was during the Final Four they announce the coaches, and normally the coaches meet back up when they announce them and shake hands. Don decided not to do that, and he took offense to that. But to me, it's like she had already shook your hand, she had already do this, like, and to hold that grudge all 4 quarters is crazy. You're a grown man. But Don, I want to know what Don tripped me out with them zooming in. It ain't no speculation. She screamed, I will beat Gino's ass. I will beat Gino's ass.
I think Don got him.
I'm like, Don, but we would be remiss if we didn't talk about how UCLA beat they. Because, good gosh. Oh,
It
That was not
wasn't
even
close
close.
at any point.
I thought it was going to be Texas, South Carolina this whole time. Like, I didn't downplay UC. I just didn't think they had enough. But they did it to Texas. I should have paid more attention because I was like, man, I thought it was going to be Texas, South Carolina. Good gosh.
Honestly, after watching South Carolina versus UConn and then UCLA versus Texas right after that, I honestly going into the championship game thought South Carolina is about to run the table because that UCLA Texas game, it wasn't all that great. Like it was like they only scored like the 30 to 40 points in the entire game. So I'm like, oh, they're not going to be able to hang with South Carolina. My bad bets, because Betts is a baller on UCLA. Their whole senior class was a baller. Until the fourth quarter, their senior class was the only people to score for UCLA. And they
174 points.
were whooping South Carolina up and down that court. It was not close.
It wasn't. Which is crazy because I thought it might be a decent game, but it was not good at all. And it was crazy because the two Final Four matchups were so good to go to the national championship thinking it was going to be good, and it'd be and it was flip flop for the men's low key because like for the men's, Michigan whooped Arizona. That game wasn't good. I'm drawing a blank on the UConn game right now, but I think they actually handled their game too. Drawing a little bit of blank on it, but it was like, oh, okay. So no, UConn didn't blow them out, but it was just kind of crazy to see the difference in the Final Four national championships because the men gave a great national championship when I honestly thought they were going to give a national championship.
No,
It seemed like
UConn won by 11 too. So it was literally a flip flop for men and women's. It was like men and women's had Final Fours and great championship, and women had great Final Fours and a championship.
Yep.
UCLA just couldn't miss. They couldn't miss.
Nope. And I think that got into South Carolina's head, and they got off their game plan very, very quick.
And UCLA just outworked South Carolina. They were more aggressive. They looked like they wanted to be in the national championship, and South Carolina did not look like they were ready for that type of environment. Like, and which is a crazy statement.
It looked like South Carolina kind of like what you said. It looked like South Carolina watched that Texas game and said, "Oh, we got this wrapped up."
Yep.
It looked like one team came out there thinking they won a national championship, and one team that came out there to play for a national championship.
Yep.
But anyway, speaking of women's basketball, I think I want to get into Tennessee women's basketball. Their entire roster, plus their early signees, have all entered the transfer portal.
Do you know how bad of a coach you have to be for that to happen?
And their coach had said some crazy stuff. She had said some crazy stuff during the season that I was like, it was sending red flags because I was like, man, you're kind of going after your team in the media a little bit, but like some of the
hold them
stuff she was
accountable.
saying, like I get holding them, but it was just like, hey, like you can't just dog on your team, you know what I mean? But like the fact that their early signees, early commits were like requesting out of their commitments and everything, their entire roster, every scholarship player on their roster is in the transfer portal.
They didn't want to volunteer.
Shoot. Hey, she'll be fired before all this is said and
I mean,
done,
you would
I
have
guess.
to.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's crazy though is
she can always go recruit.
Tennessee back around though. It felt like Tennessee women's were kind of turning back into not fully, but like from where they had been. She was getting them back into the right state of Tennessee basketball. But then it's like you just can't match the players the way she did. Like she was just.
She can always go back and get the players that she had interest in, but then decide to offer them if that's the case. But so then again, with that being said, Jen, what you just said, she looked like she's turning around. She might not be fired if she can bring in some more recruits. Like I said, the ones that she didn't fully commit to. But at the same time, you do have to look at like this character issue that she might have, or players may seem that she has, to have low interest in or no interest in returning to the team or actually begin at the team is very wild.
Because my question to you though is like, if I am a recruit that you have got off of me, now if I'm a lower recruit, then maybe like none of this will bother me. But if I am a higher rated recruit, I wanted to go to Tennessee, but you backed off of me because you didn't have enough scholarships, and all this is coming out, then Jonathan, would you go back and sign with her, knowing that it obviously was so much of a problem that every single scholarship player left and early signees?
Okay, so look, I'm gonna say this. I know Alex used to give Jacob hard times about this, but at the same time, you have to think about these are women, and I'm a man. So when somebody says things that might rub me the wrong way, I don't initially get my feelings about it or let it linger too long. Opposed to a woman might harp on it longer than other people will.
See,
This is
So
not my
looking at her
statement.
comment,
This is not my statement.
I would say, because my
Looking at her-
comment to that is, I see a lot of men out here who get their feelings hurt very easily and do the same things. So,
Gino,
I think it's more just
do they lead the team? But do they lead the team?
huh?
No. Do they lead the team when they get their feelings hurt?
Yes.
KD did.
A lot of them
KD
do.
did.
A lot of them
KD.
cry and just leave.
KD.
Yeah, that's KD a crap. Okay. Come on,
Draymond didn't
Kyrie.
pass him the ball. He said, "You know what? I'm a lead." Hold up,
Kyrie.
Kyrie. He had a reason. He wanted to beat LeBron. He didn't.
His
Stay
contract
with
was
LeBron
over.
because he wasn't shining. He wanted to beat the best.
He cried because it was LeBron's team, so he left.
No, he just
that's
wanted to beat the
different.
best.
His contract ended. He decided not to return. These women are leaving the team when their scholarship. Oh, I'm sorry, their term at NCAA is not over. So,
But you could say that about every
difference.
single transfer that's left their team. There's been plenty of high recruited transfers in every sport that have left their team.
Wait,
So
quick
I
question,
think that's
'cause we're
more of an
talking-
indictment on the coach.
Wait, quick question. We're talking about transfers
and it
and
might
stuff,
be.
right?
But I'm just saying.
Right?
I'm just saying.
Didn't the president, didn't he sign an executive order where you can only transfer one time, and then if you want to transfer again, you got to sit out? Is that gonna actually make y'all think?
No.
No.
He
No.
basically.
I was thinking so.
He just
no
signed a
control
piece of paper.
over that.
It has no
He
bearings.
said, No, he literally said, and they did it for that. He said, "I signed the executive order to get this in the court so we can finally set some rules around it." That's literally what the executive order was, is
He
to get
got
it into the
other
court
things to
system.
worry about than fucking sports. He
There's
got
a
other
lot
things
of
to worry
things
about
we
than
should. You know
sports.
what? You know what? Let me not
Anyway,
get believed.
anyway, since
Because
we're on basketball, let's move over to one. Since we're on women's basketball, let's move over to the WNBA. Big news this week: Angel Reese gets traded to the Atlanta
yes, what I
Dream.
actually expected that.
She had her dream come true, and she moved over to the Dream.
I was expecting it just because you heard everything that was coming out. Like I really do follow the WNBA a lot. Hearing how those coaches talked about Angel Reese and some of the players on Chicago Skies talking about her, it was kind of
Chicago did not vibe with her.
No.
They did not. Even though she didn't play bad for them. Like, did she play great for them? No, but she didn't play bad for them. But I also feel like that organization didn't want that outside noise for some reason. Like, they just didn't want that outside noise where it feels like Atlanta's like, I'm here to embrace said outside noise. Like, I want the talk. I want the publicity, all that kind of good stuff. So it feels like Atlanta is going to be a good spot for her. But I'm ready to see, because Atlanta's got them a little squad now. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes,
I'm
they do.
excited to watch.
The rebound's gonna go up.
All right.
What I'm saying, she's a good rebounder. Is that bad to say?
It's just
Is that a bad thing to say?
Offensive boards.
I'm not. I didn't even say that. I didn't say that. I just said their rebound's gonna go up. She's a great rebounder. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
I was trying to give a true compliment, and y'all
you know the conversation, the way they talk about Angel these rebounds. Listen, I think, in full honesty, I think Angel is a special player.
I think that we all think
that she's a special
I was
player.
trying to give a real compliment.
Good basketball.
She can play really good basketball.
She's a good rebounder.
Hey, see, this is what I hate. I hate the discourse around her because it sounds like you can't talk about her and be reasonable about the conversation with her because of how everybody treats it. But it's like, she's good. I don't think she's an elite. She's just very, very good because she's nowhere near Asia. She's nowhere near Breanna Stewart. Like, she's not near those type of players, but she's very good at basketball. Like, she's very good. But
who?
Huh?
Who'd you say?
Caitlin.
Who'd you say?
Yeah, she ain't on that level.
Yeah.
Caitlin above that.
I'm about to say, boy, if you don't watch your mouth. I'm about to
Listen,
say, you don't watch your mouth, my boy.
I know that. I know what you're saying.
No, the real reason why she has such a stigmatism around her name is she talks like she's the LeBron. She talks like she's the Michael. She talks like she's the Kobe, a Shaq even. And I'm just putting it into how most people perceive it, you know? But she's not that player. She's a good player, but she's not that caliber of player.
If I had to give a comparison to the NBA, and I even think she is better than this player in the WNBA, I think she is a better caliber player than this player. I think she's like a Draymond. She talks a lot, but she's very good, very talented, can get you everything you need, but it's not elite. But it's very good.
Can I say something? Can I say something? I'm not talking about her NBA career, and this is going to come out so bad. I know it is. But you want to know a very good comparison. Because really and truly, a lot of the hate comes from her college career because she was very, very good in college. But you want to know what she kind of reminds me of, and you can't take professional into it because she is better in professional football, in professional basketball. Because we haven't seen the other person I'm about to compare her to in professional. She's Stetson Bennett, a phenomenal on the field player in college. But you haven't really seen a phenomenal play transcend.
Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons.
Hold on. Wait, before
you want to go basketball? We want to go basketball? What's his name down in New Orleans right now?
Okay, yes. I will give you Zion. Because I was about to say, y'all being so disrespectful for what she has actually done in the WNBA because she is the double-double holder. Like, I mean, you can't compare her to a player who's never played in his professional sport and then to a player who legit fell off. Like, she has not fallen off. she's very, very good. Like, I don't want to downplay. Like, Angel Reese,
Yeah, she's good.
Angel
very
Reese,
good.
I personally think, even though I followed just like you, because I know we are girl dads, I followed the WNBA a little bit more. I personally do think her and Caitlin Clark did bring ice to the WNBA.
Yes.
Was the WA already trending upward? Yes. I'm not putting down nothing.
No.
Asia and all them already had the WNBA going up. Like everybody that says it was just Caitlin Clark and all them, they weren't paying attention. It was
Right.
already on the coming up.
Because Sabrina
But I
Ionescu
do
was a
think-
Caitlin Clark before Caitlin Clark.
Exactly. Sabrina, all of them. Like you can go down the list and
Yeah.
talk about all these players that literally had the WNBA on the come up.
Yep.
So WNBA was on the come up, but I do think the Caitlin Clark and the Angel Reese rivalry brought even more eyes to the
Oh, for
WNBA
sure.
for the average fan that was not paying attention. So I'm not gonna act like that. But Angel Reese was legit in college. She was phenomenal in college. She has been a good WNBA player, but we haven't seen the elite WNBA
Yes.
player, like Jacob said, that she talks like she
And
is.
I want to clarify my Draymond thing. And that's why I try to say that I think she's better than Draymond. What I'm comparing her to Draymond is someone who is constantly in the media for talking and having all these
Okay.
points and reactions.
He's backed it up,
He's
though.
constantly she's constantly in the news like a Draymond Green. And that's what I'm trying to say.
Hold on.
Hey.
I was going to say you were really kind of being disrespectful for Draymond because in that 3-1 series, Loki, Draymond was that guy. He was putting up 30 points a game. He was doing all this. And people forget about Draymond is that guy.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
don't let people get that twisted. Was.
But that's what I'm trying to say.
He's older now. He's just older now.
Go ahead, Jonathan.
All I gotta say is until she swang on somebody, don't ever compare her to Draymond. Until she put paws on somebody, don't ever compare her to Draymond. That's all I'm got to say.
But
Anyway.
I'm saying basketball skills wise, she is the Ben Simmons.
No, she's not. She's
That is-
way better than that.
No,
Way
she's
better
done
than
more
that.
than that's like I kind of regret my Stetson Bennett comment right now because she has done more in the league.
She's
Like,
done a lot in the league.
she done nothing. But like I'm talking about like the aura of what happened in college. She had that and it hasn't translated to the WNBA just yet. But anyway,
Okay,
the
yeah.
WNBA.
'Cause I feel like we're going for it.
WNBA. Let's go to the NBA. Big news. Luka and AR are possibly out for the first round.
And LeBron.
I ain't hear LeBron.
LeBron got a foot injury. He ain't coming back to April 9th. Oh, we're tomorrow technically, but he's out. And I'd probably think they sit him the rest of the season.
Oh, I think they'll sit him for the rest of the season. I definitely see that part. I don't know. I think if Luka is fully out because he did just fly over to Europe to try to do some type of treatment for this. So we're gonna see what translates from that. However, I don't know if the Lakers can fully survive without Luka. I think you can survive without AR, but I don't think you can survive without Luka.
No. It depends on who they play.
Well,
It depends on who they
I was
play.
about to say depends on who they play.
I think they could survive, but
See?
no.
OKC, definitely not. Spurs,
Spurs,
no.
no.
Yeah, I might bust out say that the Rockets. No.
I think they can
I think
take
they
the
can
Rockets.
get the Rockets.
I think they can take the
They
Rockets.
can take LeBron can carry for a couple games. He can do a series.
Okay, with
He
LeBron,
can do a
yes.
series.
Okay.
He can do a series.
Oh, now
Him
yeah.
and AR can do a series. But
What the rumors were didn't Luka and AR just go to Spain or something to get injections to try to make it back
I
or
know
something?
Luka did. I don't know if AR
here,
did.
can I give my honest take about this?
Oh, okay.
Can I give my honest take about this? Do I think they
Yes, you
got
got, bro.
injured? Yes. Do I think they're overselling the injury? Yes. I think they're 100% making it back for the playoffs. 1,000% making it back for the playoffs.
What, they
I'm
got
about
2
to say,
weeks?
Yeah, I think-
But
100%.
what percentage are you gonna give up? Well, they're third in the West right now, right?
yeah, third.
Yeah.
Fourth.
Fourth.
So, okay.
Nuggets took it.
Yeah.
Let me double check.
Damn. So that's what I'm saying. So are you gonna just risk losing a spot or two just for what?
But it's like, I don't
Well,
know.
I
You gonna have
think.
to play.
Wait,
the Lord is
no.
play.
Hold on,
Yeah.
let me see how many games they got left. They got 3 games left.
3?
They want it. Yeah, they got 3 games left. So at most they're gonna drop to 5. So they're either gonna play the Rockets.
Oh,
They either play the
okay.
Rockets or they play the Timberwolves.
I think
They play the
they
Rockets
should-
or the Timberwolves.
So that's a business decision then.
It's a
I
business
think-
decision. That's why I'm saying it's a business decision.
I think
they
you'd
play the
rather
Rockets
play
than
the
Timberwolves.
Rockets with a younger team than play with a younger team with KD and Sagoon than you would want to play the Timberwolves with Anthony Edwards, because Anthony Edwards shows up in big moments.
Is he coming
And-
back?
Oh,
Ant's hurt
yeah,
right now.
true. I didn't even think about that part. I guess it just goes to I don't
Let me
know.
see.
It's weird. It's a weird thing. Do y'all think Victor Wembanyama's going to play these last few games or do y'all think he's going to sit out with his bruised ribs? Because if he sits out one game, that's it. He can't be considered for Defensive Player of the Year, MVP, All NBA.
That's
what-
70
that's
million
what-
he's missing out on.
That's
70
my
million.
question. I wanted to bring that up too because like it's just crazy to me to talk about. Like I get why they did the rule with the load management and all that kind of stuff, but it's crazy to think that Wembanyama ain't gonna be up for awards. Luka this year ain't gonna be
LeBron.
up for awards. He wouldn't win no awards.
He keep All NBA team.
He would have got All NBA. I'll give you that. But not just seeing. You're talking about
Kate
what's his name?
Cunningham. Kate Cunningham.
Well, what's his name too? That we were. I was going to say
Shai?
Ant. That's who I was trying to get his name. Ant's not up for any awards this year. And you're talking about All NBA. Like this gate rule, I get it, but it's like
No,
now
Jamie,
it feels kind of
no, Jamie, do not make excuses for these guys. Because like we just said, we literally just asked, do you think they're we say they're hurt, yes. Do you think they're settling? Yes. So we can't sit here and backtrack for these guys. These are millionaires. Because at what point we're gonna hold these guys accountable of playing more when they actually can? Or the consumers, which are people like
Kate,
us,
what
Yeah.
pay
Kate,
all this money. They pay all this money to go watch these games. We pay the TV channels, the shows. There's all these services to watch these guys. The main guys we want to see, they're hurt more than 50% of the time. I mean, what point do we
Wait.
have?
No, I get what you're
Wait,
saying.
wait,
The
hold on.
only
But
NBA
Kate
game.
Cunningham
only
has
NBA
a
game-
collapsed lung.
Yeah, it's
He
true.
has more of an
Other than
excuse
that,
than
but
all of
Jacob,
them.
I get what you're saying.
Other
I
than
get what
that,
you're
other than
saying.
that, bro.
Jonathan, I get what you're saying because the only NBA game I ever went to, literally, I went to it because
Remember, we went to it. Remember,
Yeah.
we went to the Hawks game.
No,
We went to Atlanta.
no, I didn't go to that game. I had to work. The only
Yeah.
NBA game I ever went to, the day of the game, I found out LeBron, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook were all sitting.
Yeah.
The day of the game,
Yeah.
after I bought tickets.
So thank you. That holds them accountable because you know why? If they don't get these MVPs, they don't get the All NBAs, they don't get all this, the All Stars. Guess what happens when it comes to
It's going to
contract
start affecting that
negotiations?
money. Yeah.
Exactly. So we're holding them guys accountable for their actions because we know they do load management. Everybody knows that.
So because really what you get, now I understand MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, also can get you bonuses and stuff like that. But really the one that gives you the most bonuses is All NBA and All Stars because that's the one. So should it be that you only can't get recognized for those awards? Because then if, let's say, what are you going to do one year? Let's say a bunch of the big players get hurt. And then the MVP is like I don't know,
Who fucking
Brandon
cares?
Potskini from the Warriors, their starting guard. I mean, you get that.
Who realistically, Justin? Who cares about who's All NBA if it's not your favorite player? Who cares? Think about that. Who cares if it's this person if it's not your
But
favorite
MVP
player?
does matter though, because imagine
okay.
Luka. Hold on. But
It doesn't
before
matter
this,
to us though. It doesn't matter to us.
It does.
it does. MVP does
Nah.
matter.
Nah.
Because imagine Luka did go crazy that game, right? But now he's hurt and he doesn't get his full 65. He got 64. He went crazy. And now he gets kicked out of the award because he only has 64 games out of the 65.
Okay, so you telling me that this man can play 40% of the games and you still want to consider him the MVP?
No, I
That
think
makes sense.
I think you have to
make sense.
I mean, I think it's one of the most difficult.
I think it should go
decisions.
down to 60 games. 60 games.
What the fuck is the difference between 5 games?
It's clearly a big difference because a lot of people are not hitting the number.
Hey, how many
Cade
games they
Cunningham's
played
not
this
hitting
season?
another. Lucas
How many
not
games
hitting
they
It's just
another.
the fact that out of the three people that the argument's been for I guess it's more than three, but the three big names you've heard about MVP this year have been Luka, Wemby, and SGA. Like that's what you've been hearing for MVP, and two of the three are not going to qualify
Yeah, that's kind of
because
crazy.
of
Okay.
late season injuries.
Hey, that dog, be for real. They fault, bro. That's their fault.
His kid got
It's their
born.
fault for getting hurt.
Unless
For getting hurt.
Kay Cunningham is an exception. Yes.
Lucas'
What
kid
about
was
Luka?
born.
No, but
Come on, bro.
Luka technically
Come on,
can
bro.
have that injury. We're speculating that he's exaggerating the injury, but Luka could have that injury, and he's gonna miss it because of one game, off of one game, because he has 64.
You know what you should do?
Wemby
You know
had
what you do?
64 too.
Yeah, I'm about to
I
say Wemby
think
at 64.
You know what you do? You know what you do? Check in,
You have
play
to
2 minutes,
gotta
and
play
check
20
right back
minutes.
out.
You got to play
Gotta
20
play 20
minutes.
minutes.
You got to play 20.
Gotta play 20
That's the problem with Victor Wembanyama tonight. Is they're
can play
saying
5
he
minutes
has
a
bruised
quarter.
ribs, but is it worth letting him sign in and get into the game for 20
Okay.
minutes?
Where is the grit to playing through things like this?
Okay,
I mean,
I
get what you're
will be
saying.
honest
I
with
do.
Wait,
I
I
do
will
get what
be
you're
honest
saying.
with Wemby. Wemby, you got some bruised ribs, bro.
Thank
Come
you,
on,
Jacob.
dog.
No,
Fucking bruised
Come
ribs,
on,
bro.
dog.
I get what you're
Wemby,
saying.
yes,
Bruised.
but
It's
Luka,
basketball.
Yes.
It's basketball. Bruised ribs.
Luka and
Come on, bro. What
Cade
the fuck?
Cunningham have different injuries though. Luka has
Thank
like
you.
a
That's what I'm saying.
strained
That's the
hamstring.
exception.
I
That's the
don't.
exception.
I
has
think
a
Wemby
collapsed
definitely
lung.
should play with some bruised ribs. Like, I mean, come on, man. Like,
Yeah,
grow up. Like,
That's what I'm saying. You have, but I'm saying that's
I'm
what
like,
I agree with this because you hold these guys accountable because at the end of the day, we as consumers were just complaining about this few years ago about how everybody like think about Kobe. Think about Kobe. Do y'all remember Kobe at this game? This man had ice pack, both shoulders, both knees,
Yeah.
arms wrapped up. Literally, he barely walking.
You know what?
But guess what? But guess why he still played? Because of people like us that spent $300 to $400 on a ticket for that one night we saved up for to go and play.
You kind of convinced me because I did realize I really don't care about these awards. Not
Thank
to like.
you.
It's not going to change my like anything of the season. So he kind of convinced me with just that statement because it really made me go, wait a minute, I could care less about these things. You got to play. You got to play the game.
that is true. To be honest, I realized I don't really care about the awards when LeBron didn't get Defensive Player of the Year, and the dude that won Defensive Player of the Year wasn't even the first team.
right. You have
he wasn't even on second team defense, was he?
Shaq doesn't have a unanimous MVP.
Yes.
LeBron doesn't have a unanimous MVP. Remember?
Steph's the only one
because he was
Yeah.
he was going to have it, but then the Knicks reporter voted for Carmelo.
Yep, that one reporter.
Yeah. So I would hate to be all wise because it seems like y'all about to argue just because that's your argue for real.
No. I'm showing you I'm a intelligent adult who can listen to an argument and then think about my argument and then change my said argument. I'm mature.
I still disagree because y'all always hold up. People say y'all really don't care about these awards until y'all bring up, is this person good? Is this person better than the other person? And then it's always, well, this person had this amount of all NBA and this amount of defensive player and this MVP and this defensive player and this and this and this and this and this and this. I don't want to hear none of that no more. Then it's almost a straight ball. It's almost a straight ball. Then LeBron's the best player to ever touch the ball.
The conversation with that goes with our favorite player. Think about this.
Yeah,
the LeBron versus Michael Jordan conversation. It goes against our favorite players. Like Justin argue about Michael. Me and Jamie, we argue about LeBron. So it goes with our favorite player. Like I just said, if it's not our favorite player, we can care less about it.
Yeah.
You're right.
Speaking of
kind of right, but also kind of wrong.
Speaking of
that's how
that type of conversation when we're talking about our favorite players, the best players. Did y'all see Shaq's comments this week on Pat McAfee's show?
I haven't seen him.
Is now saying that when we had that discussion, he's always said it needs to be LeBron, Michael Jordan, and Kobe. This week, he said, you now need to throw in Steph Curry into the GOAT conversation. Do y'all think he is a GOAT? Like them?
Can I go first? Can I go first?
Yes.
I might catch flack about this, but I personally do not think that Kobe should be in that conversation compared to Jordan and LeBron because Kobe in his era, in his prime, was not the best athlete. He outworked guys and he had better
Facilitator. He can
and
facilitate.
even though he was not a passer, he still had players like Shaq, Lamar Odom before crack, or even during crack. He had
Paul
Derek
Gasol.
Fisher, Robert Horry. He had
Paul Gasol.
what's the white guy?
Paul
Paul
Gasol.
Gasol. There's a couple more. Don't even naming.
Didn't he have Nash? Didn't Nash play?
Yeah,
for the Lakers?
Nash. But I'm just saying. I do not. Me personally, I don't think Kobe should be in that conversation when it comes to GOAT because there are other players in Kobe's era that I would say are better than him. Hell, I honestly would take Tracy McGrady over Kobe Bryant. Like, if you go back, if you go back and you actually watch Tracy McGrady, I would take Tracy McGrady over him. Hell, I
You
would
got to take
take.
longevity into it, and his career was too short.
Okay, I said player wise, player. I don't care about the. I said
But
his career.
you got to take some because if you're going to
What
say
about that fifth
Penny,
ship? The fifth ship.
he still had Paul in the fifth ship though.
Come
Like
on,
he
bro.
did.
Come on, bro. Think about
He
it. I'm
did,
saying,
bro.
bro. And look, it's still.
so. Look, my only argument to Steph Curry. I think Steph Curry is one of the best scorers basketball has ever seen. Don't get me wrong. I think he's one of the best.
Greatest point guard of all time.
No.
100%. I won't say greatest point guard of all time.
Wait,
He's a shooting guard.
Let me preface this. Greatest point guard of all time.
Best scoring point guard of all time.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Oh, okay.
Not the greatest true point guard of all time.
Best scoring point guard of all time. That's what I'm saying.
That's not what you said. The best point guard of all time.
Well, Wait.
I'll
He
take
is the best point guard of all time.
No,
but he's not
he
the
is
best
not.
True. Yes,
No, he is not.
He's the
He's not even a facilitator.
He is.
He's not even a facilitator.
So you tell me you're taking Steph over Magic Johnson?
That's what I'm. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Fuck outta
Thank
here.
you. Get out of here.
bro.
Get out of here.
Yes.
He's not even a facilitator.
here.
He's just shoot.
So pump the brakes. Pump the brakes.
Let me not say it like that. I think he's.
Let me get out.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Let me get my argument out. So my only issue with Steph is Steph has his shot. Steph has that for sure.
That's it.
But like
That's
defensively and all
That's
like as
it.
when you talk about GOAT, you talk about somebody who's a well-rounded player. Steph can score with the best of them. I don't think we'll see another scorer. I think he is one of the best shot creators, best shot finishers. Like I won't say finishers, but best shot creators, best shot against contested shots, all that kind of stuff. Best, probably go down the history is honestly the best scorer of all time, off the ball, not driving and stuff. But when the rest of his game, kind of like you said, he's a point guard that doesn't really facilitate. Has he facilitated? Yes, but he doesn't facilitate. Defensively,
Liability.
he's not a true liability, but he's not somebody that you're like, hey, guard player. When you talk about GOAT, you talk about Michael could guard 3 to 5 positions, legitimately shut you down.
Okay, so Damien.
He can score.
Pippen had to go on the hard.
LeBron,
Pippen guarded the hardest person on the other team. Just saying.
Man,
I agree. I agree.
But, you know what? No.
Just
Because
saying.
you can still
Just
be
saying.
a great defensive player and be a GOAT
And not
all-around
be-
player without being the
Okay, so
actual
Damien,
best
okay,
defensive player. Because
okay,
LeBron
okay,
hasn't
okay.
always been the best defensive player on his team.
But he played defense though.
Yes.
Technically,
But,
GOAT,
okay,
though,
Damien,
greatest of
Damien.
all time. LeBron has played as the only person in these arguments that has started in his career at legitimately started and played all 5 positions, guarded all 5 positions, and been dominant at all 5
Okay,
positions.
Damien,
That's why I think
So Damien, I need you to go back and redact your statement that you just said that you want to include Steph on the GOAT conversation.
No, he doesn't. He said he doesn't.
I said I wouldn't.
He wouldn't.
He doesn't.
He said he wouldn't.
You said
Hold-
were you asking the question when you said can we say Kobe and then ask Steph? Were you asking the question?
No, he said
Justin asked that question.
yeah, he said to clarify his statement, he does not put Steph in it. He thinks Steph is one of the greatest scorers of all time. But when you say
No, I'm
GOAT,
talking about
you
earlier.
got to
He's
put
the
it
greatest
in.
overall
there.
player.
Also,
I'm talking
I
about
have to keep-
earlier when you said LeBron, Michael, Kobe, and Steph.
No,
Justin said that.
Shaq
Oh.
said that on Pat's show. Shaq
Oh.
said it. So my question was,
Oh,
is
okay.
Steph a part of it? Where Jamie clarified, he said he would not put Steph a part of it because of his defense.
I wouldn't
Wait,
because
can I-
he
can I-
changed the game. True enough. He changed the game. But at the same
Because of
time,
scoring.
Can,
thank you. But at the same time, I can't say that he is the greatest of all time because he's not an all-around point guard.
Yeah.
Or not even all around.
wait.
Just, you know,
Can I say something? Y'all say he's the greatest thing. He's the greatest scorer in the sense of like doing all this stuff.
LeBron is. You want to think about it?
Oh, yeah, no, I get what you're saying, but y'all are saying like just shot making, all
Yeah.
that, right? Y'all, he's the greatest.
Yeah.
Does he need to facilitate with that? He's the greatest to do it. Why would you not put the ball in
But
his hand?
okay, but then
Why would you not put the
But
ball
then,
in his
Jacob,
hand?
so then
No.
you're saying that as long as you are elite in one thing, you could be a part of the GOAT conversation, and that's just not true.
No, that's what I'm saying though.
That's my argument.
What? No,
That's
no,
okay.
I'm
Who's
not
the
saying he's
leader
the
of six
greatest
for?
of all time. No. But I'm saying as a point guard, I think he's the greatest of all time because the point
Take it.
guard. Hold on, wait. The point guard puts the ball in the person to score the ball, right?
Yeah.
Why would he pass the ball? He's the greatest to do it. So why would he?
Jacob,
pass
If he was a
it?
shoot
Jacob,
guard, I
he's
give
not
you that.
even
But you're a point guard, you got to
he-
facilitate.
Look, that's what I'm saying. He's not even a great facilitator, in my opinion, because you know why? They take the ball in, guess where they shoot the ball from? Fucking half court. A
And he's
facilitator.
making it. He's making it.
That's not a facilitator, though. A facilitator will come down and he facilitates the ball. That's a shooter from half court. That's not a facilitator. That's just
I'm
a
not
shooter.
saying he's the greatest
He's just a
true
shooter.
point guard. I'm not saying he's the
Okay,
greatest
the
true
point
point
guard, you
guard,
have to
but
be
he's
a
the greatest point
facilitator.
guard because he plays point
But you
guard.
can't call him the greatest
Exactly.
point guard if he only is elite in one thing. Magic was elite in everything. Magic was a great facilitator. Magic played defense. Magic could score.
Jacob. Steph Curry is behind Kyle Lowry in assist.
That's fucking garbage. Big booty Kyle Lowry.
And
Wait.
Point guard.
Justin, pump the brakes. You talk about scoring, all that kind of stuff, creating, why putting the ball in somebody's hand. Would you consider James Harden
A ball hog?
Yeah, James Harden.
Yeah.
in his prime.
James Harden's
my
number
opinion.
12 all time in assists. Steph Curry's number 27.
Can we have y'all been seeing this argument? Assists are whatever the person at the box is the scorer is doing.
No,
Here
we go. No,
I'm just
we will
saying.
not
Have you seen
diminish-
hold on,
we will not diminish some of these passing.
2,000 more assists. James Harden has
Whoa.
2,000 more assists.
Have y'all
than
been
Steph Curry.
seeing these Jokic assists? Have y'all
Man,
been
moving
seeing
the
these Jokic
goalposts.
assists? That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying assists need to be taken with a grain of
No,
salt.
because
That's all I'm
okay,
saying.
because
Man,
we'll
all
talk
I'm saying.
about if you want to
That's
talk
all
about
I'm
the
saying.
best, and I know this is where I'm gonna take a lot of flack, but if we're talking about the best all around point guard ever, Russell Westbrook, his assists were not just simple assists where those people are doing something crazy. He is making those things happen. He is going over around people's backs. He's going between people's legs. He's throwing full court passes. Like I get what you're saying about Jokic. Jokic had some questionable ones because like I've never seen someone get an assist after 10 seconds with dribbling the ball. I ain't never seen that before. But I seen
Or
it
dribble up the court.
that's where I can say some of those assists are crazy. But there are some people out here like LeBron. When he did that in between the legs pass assist, that is LeBron created that. Like, so that's where I'm saying, like, you can't just diminish assist. But again, when we're talking about
That's
the
why I
GOAT,
say
and this
take
is
it
my
with a grain
problem.
of salt.
I agree with what Jonathan and Jamie said. Is I think he is the greatest scorer basketball will see. It will take a lot to take that title away from him. I will give him that 1,000%. You cannot be a GOAT if the other side of the ball, you're a liability. And you're a liability on the other side of the ball. Kyrie attacked you on that last play in the finals because you're Steph Curry. They were purposely going after him. He's a
Yeah, they
liability
literally
on that
said
side.
switch,
So you
switch.
can't be a GOAT considering that. But because someone brought it up, does Jokic join the GOAT conversation with the way he plays?
Not yet.
You don't think so?
Not
Not
enough
yet.
chips. Not
But
enough
the
chips.
trajectory, yes.
Okay.
If he can do this another 2-3 years, yes.
Okay.
But
you think
it's hard for me to call somebody a
title?
GOAT that doesn't even like. I just think me personally, and I know people say longevity shouldn't matter, but longevity should. I don't see how you take the title from LeBron when he's going to retire in the top 5 in most important categories. Top 5 in assists, number 1 in points. I don't think his points would ever be touched. I want to say he's pretty high up there.
I think top 8 in rebounds.
Yeah, like
I think to be considered the GOAT, while you're looking that up, I think to consider the GOAT, you need to start it early in your career. Like your first season, you need to be talked about as, oh, you're going to be somebody. And that's where another reason why I find
no.
Or as soon as you're playing, you need to be getting some type of, because you know what, you're right, Jonathan, because some people don't get the chance to play their rookie season. To be considered a GOAT, you need to come onto the field starting some havoc. Michael started havoc. LeBron started havoc. Kobe started, and like I said, Kobe his rookie year.
Kobe wasn't even in the first 2 or 3 years. 3 or 4 years. Kobe wasn't even nobody on the fucking Lakers. He wasn't even.
So I get,
thank you.
Yeah,
So,
I get what you're saying. Tom Brady, he didn't play his first, really his first half of the season, rookie, and then comes in and he starts dominating. So that's where I'm saying you need to start like that. That's where I would always hold Jokic. Jokic has played for years, and then came out really in the bubble. If
you
we're
forget
being
the comment
real.
though. You're forgetting this statement, man. It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. So
To
if
be
I
a
come in my
GOAT,
first,
though, I think to be a GOAT, I think it's how you start, because then you could say, then you could give Steph the whole title because he went on a 5-year run where nobody was touching Steph. Nobody was touching that man.
that's not true. That's not true.
Who?
LeBron.
Did he win 5 straight titles? No.
Only
And
certain people can do that.
Loki, and I know people say LeBron going to Miami and all that kind of stuff takes his legacy.
I don't think it did.
I think it truly takes I think it takes Steph's legacy a little bit when you went 73
and
still lost,
and then you still lost, and then you had to go get the 3rd best player in the world to come on your team to beat the number 1 player in the world. I agree to that one, and another reason why I say Steph can't be a GOAT. That's another reason.
That's another reason why I get back to the LeBron in the finals argument, because he beat the technically best team of all time. They had to add another player, and we're still nervous about. And yes, they did get swept, but he would still had them going to the wire with both of his stars beside him injured.
If JR would have laid off the weed the night before, then they would have won that game.
Y'all still
almost won game 2. People forget they almost won game 2 too.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, y'all, we still missing that.
When he ran 5 steps out of bounds, think about the change in that game. Like,
wait, can we hold on?
We don't even talk about Steph's bench. This man had Andre Iguodala, Mr. Mid-range, Livingston that don't miss.
And
can I say one thing?
Yeah,
I grew up in a time where I only saw LeBron in the finals. He went 10 straight years to the finals.
Which is why
in the East, no one else could go to the finals except LeBron for 10 years.
Which is why I don't think
anybody. His career.
I don't think anybody is on the level of those 2 players. Like I don't see it. There's nobody on that.
What 2?
Michael and LeBron. There's nobody near that. Nobody.
Scottie Pippen.
Who?
Scottie
Pippen.
Scottie is GOAT.
Did he want to go?
I think Michael benefited from Scottie more than
Scottie.
Okay, then Jamie, then I will take back my statement when you said that him going to the Heat didn't make a difference. Then it made a difference because you had to go get better players to win it. You had to. He had to go get Brandon Bosch. He had to go do it. He had to. And then on Cleveland.
Whoa, pant. Pause. Can I?
Take LeBron off of all those teams and they don't do what they do. Take Michael off of those teams and they're 1 game away from another finals.
Okay.
Whoa,
But again, what did you just say?
Pause again.
What did you just say? He's 1 game from going to another finals. He didn't do it though. He didn't do it.
LeBron's teams didn't make the playoffs. They didn't make a They didn't make the playoffs.
Pause. Wait, you said the team doesn't go get. He had to go get better players. He asked his team to get better players. They said no. When Michael said get me better players, they went and got Dennis Rodman to get rebounds. That's all he did.
That's another problem I have when we talk about teams, because I don't care that you have other players on your team. That's my problem with that conversation, though. He asked, his team didn't do it. So you're telling me I have to add that he asked his team because his ownership was asked? That now that I have to factor that into my debate on if he's the GOAT or not, because he asked for it, but his ownership was asked. But yet these other ownerships are just good enough to go do it.
Who did more with less?
I think it's stupid.
Who did more with less?
Well, obviously it wasn't that hard to do it in the East when he was doing it. Because
it wasn't that hard to do it. Bulls were playing in the expansion era.
Wait. You calling Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Rondo bums?
Did he win against him until he went to the Heat?
The original super team. You're calling them bums?
Okay.
The original super team. You're calling them bums.
Did Michael Jordan?
He got bounced and went to the Heat. What happened? He got bounced and went to the Heat.
Did Michael Jordan beat Larry Bird?
No.
Nope. Did Michael Jordan beat
so he had to get someone else on his team to help do that. Oh, just like LeBron had to get someone on his team to help him do that. Because who in the year that he went to Cleveland, that he went to the finals, who in the East? List them.
I have some questions for you. When Michael was considered one of the best players in the league,
yes,
and played against Magic, who was considered one of the best, Magic and
Bird.
Magic and Bird, who were considered equal best in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Did he ever beat them? No.
Okay, pause.
Justin, let me finish. When LeBron played against Steph Curry, who was considered equal, one of the best players in the league, did he beat him? Yeah. When he played against Kevin Garnett and all them, when they were considered some of the best in the league, did he beat them?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Did he go up against dynasties and beat said dynasties while they were in the league? Yes.
Okay.
What dynasty did Michael beat?
So let me ask you this. When LeBron beat those people, did he have the roster that Michael had in his first 2 years with the Chicago? Did he have that roster? So no. Stop. No. I listened to your questions. Answer my questions because I agree with you. LeBron did all those things. Who was on his teams when he did all those things? Who was on?
What about the first year he went to the finals?
Okay, who did he have on his team? Who did he go through that playoff run? Who did he go through that was in any comparison to who Michael was going through? Name one. Because y'all act like Larry Bird was the only person on the Celtics. He was not. He had Kevin McCall. He had Robert Pitt. He had so many people on his team that were also Hall of Famers.
You know what?
Who did Magic have on his team?
Pump the brakes.
Who did Magic have on his team when he was playing?
I think Justin just froze.
Yeah, your camera did freeze. Okay, you're back.
Pump the brakes. We need to shut this episode down. We can have a full episode of this conversation. Okay. I'm just saying, we only consider Michael for 6 years.
No, you don't.
He played in the league way longer.
That's such an insane statement. His rookie season, he broke records his rookie season. Like, what are we talking about? Y'all had like Mike, which is garbage every other year except for those 6 years.
I don't act like it's garbage, but the only thing people talk about is his 6 rings. Yeah, when Mike was at the end of his career, he was washed.
So
in his career, we expect him to carry a team through the playoffs.
We can't bring up Mike going 6 straight finals wins, never going to a game 6. We can't talk about that. But yet, one of your arguments is that LeBron went to 10 finals, but didn't win them all. Didn't even win half of them, but he went to 10.
Why don't we ever talk about and discuss what Michael did before the 6 in a row? Nobody ever want to talk about him getting bounced. Nobody ever want to talk about Michael getting bounced.
We only talk about the 2 years.
But you just brought up LeBron with the 10 straight. He didn't even win half of them. He didn't even win half of the 10 straight he went to.
Justin, but he went, bro. That's what we talking about.
Oh, so we're getting participation trophies now. That's what we do.
He went in
We
harder
get
areas.
somebody
Oh
to
my
try.
god, bro. Oh my god, bro.
Let's wrap this conversation up. You pissing me off. He went in a harder area. Anyway, so
Okay. We're done. Are we
So
gonna talk
we
about?
an hour and a half. About an
we're
hour
out
and
of
a half,
time,
ain't we?
baby.
Yeah, we at
Yeah.
10, so I guess we ain't gonna talk about the other thing, but we'll be all right. Cause y'all don't make me mad.
All right. No, we should have wrapped up 15, 20 minutes ago. We've been talking about nothing. So, because we're supposed to keep these under an hour. But anyway, appreciate y'all watching. Tell a friend, and we out.
Deuces.
Deuces.